All right, you guys can hear me? Yeah, I'd say, look, we know how this league is, and not every game is going to be pretty. And but what I love is that we found a way to grind that one out. First half it was kind of survival mode. It felt like a little bit just let's keep sticking around until we get our legs. We couldn't make any open shots. We were missing layups. We weren't attacking, which is unfortunately how it normally comes on the first game back from a long East Coast road trip. But our guys found a way. We even had a lead at half. Not the prettiest of wins, but God, what a gutsy performance by our guys. 11 turnovers, which is what one of the things we've been harping on. Um, Really, I just to find a way to win that against a good team, and I know they're on a back-to-back as well, but you know that was a good grinded out win.
With Sean Cunningham.
Yeah, Luke, you mentioned that survival mode. I was going to ask you about the fight you guys showed, and if you could have even imagined seeing that fight just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I think our team is look. I think our team has shown fight all year. Even some of those games we got blown out, we just uh, the fight was there. We'd get leads, and we couldn't ever stop anybody. And when you can't ever stop anyone, when you go through a tough time scoring the ball, it just kind of sucks the energy out of you. So I think our teams had fight all year. They're ready to go to start every game. We went through a really tough stretch, obviously, where games were just kept getting away from us. Um, but now that we're figuring some things out as a group, and we're continuing to fight, continuing to play hard, we're giving ourselves chances to win. And we did that again tonight. And again, these games can go either way. I mean, most nights Tatum's probably not going to go 2 for 10 from three, but most night either is Harrison. So you try to give yourself a chance to win, and you try to learn and get better while you're doing that. And I feel like that's where our group is at right now.
James.
Hey, Luke, you guys were down 10 there in the third quarter, and Haliburton hit back-to-back threes and then just came up really big. It had a scoring, his highest scoring night of his career so far. Just, again, how impressive is he almost every single night for you guys, whether it's scoring or doing something else to help you guys win?
Yeah, look, you're absolutely right, James. He's one of those players that kind of just feels what the team needs, whether it's playmaking, whether it's a big steal, a 3-point shot. They had kind of stalled us out with that zone, and we were getting open shots, we weren't making them, and then we stopped trusting. It felt like we stopped trusting the pass in the rhythm. And then he stepped up and knocked a couple down, and then that kind of rebooted us again. So, yeah, he's got that ability, which is very impressive for a young player, to kind of feel what our team needs in a game, and then provide that.
Marshall Harris.
Luke, just when you look at what happened in the fourth quarter there, De'Aaron Fox kind of went into that takeover mode that you were talking about the other day. You always want to see him in takeover mode. Do you feel like he was making adjustments to what they were doing early in the game, or was he just trying to get everyone involved to see the progression from quarter to quarter and what he was able to do in the fourth?
Yeah, I thought he managed the game pretty well tonight. I think he's doing a much better job of taking that responsibility on. Again, he had 11 assists tonight. And with how he plays and the amount of minutes that I'm playing him right now, he's not gonna be able to be in score mode all the time. So he's got to kind of go about it doing at different times. But yeah, I think he's a very intelligent player. I think he gets a feel for how teams are guarding him, what they're doing, and he was huge in that fourth quarter again. I mean, he every time we needed a big time bucket. He created something for us. He was leading in huddles. He was talking about defense. He was talking about stops, rebounding the basketball, all those things. So yeah, another great night by De'Aaron.
Jason Jones.
Yeah, and when they took that lead in the third quarter, it seemed like, at least from my perspective, your defense got a lot more active, and you started to get in transition with some deflections, some forced turnovers. Is that the kind of progression you've been looking to see from the team on those periods where the offense is struggling to try to create offense through the defense?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to be a disruptive defensive team. You know, Rex, who does a great job with the defensive stuff and his communication with the players. You know, one of the themes we talked about coming into this season was disruption, and there's different ways to do that. But that's ideally where we want to get to. You know, we feel like we have guys like De'Aaron and Tyrese who are really good anticipators and long and can get deflections. You know, we have a long way to go with that, but absolutely, Jason, that's what you're talking about and describing is what we ideally see our defensive identity being, you know, down the road.
Jason Anderson.
Hi, Luke. Another nice win for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jason.
You guys had last year, mid-season, late December, January. You started to turn things around. That the execution got better, the defense got better. Do you see any similarities right now in the way things are starting to click?
Yeah, well, I see the progress happening again. You know, I think the two times you're comparing, I think by the end of last season we were further along than we're at right now, just from a consistency level of what we were trying to do every single night. We're definitely getting there, but right now we're really competing hard. We're trusting each other and finding different ways to win, which is a big step, and it's great for our group. You know, they believe in themselves and they believe in what we're doing, and it's, you know, it's good to see.
Or the last one, Matt George.
Hey, Luke, kind of building off of Jason and James's questions, there were a couple periods in this game where your team fell behind by around 10 points. You called timeouts and were able to respond with runs of your own. How pleased are you with that improvement really over the course of this entire season to answer those runs? And what was the message during those timeouts?
Yeah. The message is, well, it changes from timeout, but that's where a big part of our progress has happened. You know, those 10-point leads earlier in the season were turning into, you know, the 10-point deficits were turning into 20-point deficits, and we were trying to get it all back as individuals. Now what we're seeing is when we do take, you know, when we do fall behind, our group keeps their composure. You know, they keep doing what we're trying to get accomplished, and then what they did a nice job of tonight is they stepped up defensively and put together a couple stops in a row that allowed us to get back into the game.